Exports is no more just about, your domestic situation. It's a lot to do with geopolitics. Climate change is a big factor. Reorientation of sectors and industry. Where are Indian exports placed, and how can we tap opportunities?
No, in fact, as we discussed, we have done so far very well, but we are conscious of the fact that many of economies are entering into the recession. Only recently, IMF has said that one third of the countries in the world will enter recession. We are seeing its impact in Europe and some of the Northeast Asian countries also. We are watching US very closely because so far, because of the high employment opportunity, US is not expected to go into the recession, but other parameters are pointing to that. We will watch that. I think we need to look into some of the issues which have been helpful for the Indian exports. We feel that now India will have an advantage when we enter into the next financial year with more aggressive FTAs at our disposal. We have already formed up one with Australia and UAE, which will be further building in the next financial year. We are hopeful that with the UK and Canada in particular, and maybe with Israel, also we work out the similar kind of partnership. Secondly, with the PLI scheme for electronic sector being in the third year, we will have more production coming out of the electronics product, which will help in our exports. We also feel that a lot of breakthrough will come in APIs in pharmaceutical exports and in food processing exports, and these will also help in pushing our exports. We are also looking into an opportunity which has come in export to Russia. We have worked out a rupee payment settlement mechanism also. Of course, it has not yet been operationalized, but we hope that to happen very soon. And we are looking into an export of around $5 billion additional to Russia. And we are also watching very closely the opportunity which are coming in export to Europe also. Because if you are looking into Europe's import for Russia, it's around $120 billion. $60 billion is energy and oil, even assuming that we are not getting much breakthrough into that. Though, of course, today this is the scenario that we are exporting a lot of processed oil to European countries also. But it's still in the $60 billion market. We are looking into taking an additional export of 15 to $20 billion. I think the one positive for us is that the realignment of global value chain is happening bypassing China. And that's a huge opportunity which is knocking at our door. We have definitely been benefited by China plus one policy of the global companies. And I think we need to build on that. We're also expecting a lot of investment flowing into the country. And since FDI also has a lot of good linkage with the exports, I'm pretty sure that in years to come, we will be definitely taking advantage of that as well.
Right. We had, our last year's discussion and the year before that, we've talked about the need to diversify our export basket. Instead of being done, what do you think is the future of Indian exports in terms of products, and what should be the focus?
Uh, 30% of India's exports is towards a segment which contributes 70% of the global imports. On the contrary, 70% of my export goes to a segment which only have 30% of the global imports. Today, global import is dominated by automobile, machinery, electrical, and electronics, and they together account for more than one third of the global import with a whopping size of around $6.7 trillion. In this segment, our share is less than 1%, though our overall segment in export is close to now 1.8%. I think we need to push export into this segment. The good news is that the production link incentive scheme is covering all these areas, whether it's machinery, electrical, electronics, or automobile. So I'm pretty sure that in years to come, we will have much more capability into these fields. And since these fields are going to dominate the global imports also, we will be having better share in global exports so far exports are concerned. Secondly, they are also one of the major import constituent also. So if we are developing domestic capability, not only will be expanding our exports, but we will going for huge import substitution also. By one estimate, India's electronic imports, if not checked, may cross whatever we are importing in the form of energy supply as of now. It may touch around $400 billion in next 4 to 5 years, but I don't think that is the situation now. In mobile sector, we have already seen the success. Now today, we are getting a surplus in mobile. That means that our total mobile export is much more than our mobile imports, and we have changed the scenario in last 4 to 5 years. I am hopeful that this kind of story is repeated in other electronic sector also.